Hi everyone, so the second part in this series on dimensioning, and I'm going to choose the holder as my dimensioning object, and I've put in a series of 10 millimeter deep holes on the top just to confirm something I did in class. So we're going to go across to File, and we're going to make a drawing from this part, and I'm going to select A2, and we'll see if it's large enough now. And here are my views, and it says the front view is this one, which is not correct. That's the top view, so I should have oriented my drawing on the top plane, not the front. But so let's just take the top view across in any case, and then drag the bottom top. Sorry, that's the front view, even though it's called the top view. That's the top view, and then that's the right view. Right. So this is not showing anything because these views are in fact still not oriented correctly. So I'm going to select this primary view because everything else depends on it. And you can see it's got the top, but it's actually swapped around. It should be bottom. And now we'll get a top view in the top view orientation. And currently these are way too big for this drawing. So let's change the size of the drawing. Go across to your properties manager and right click in this top sheet. And you'll get to properties. And then if you've got all of your templates loaded, you should be able to select a different size. I want the A1, apply changes, and there we go. It's updated everything. So I've got a revision block here, which I don't want. I can either drag it out the way, or I can delete it. Okay, let's space these out nicely so that we've got lots of space around them to dimension, because we can, of course, put in an isometric view as well. So first things first, we want some datums. So let me show you. You're going to be on the view layout. If you go across one tab, you'll get annotations. Then you've got these three commands in a row. The second one is the one we're going to use. Don't worry about tolerancing or the target. We're going to use datum feature. And this will give you a little triangle with which is a leader leading to a text box. Now, if I place this as it is, that would indicate a point. I want to select the line. So select the line. That should put the datum perpendicular to the line. Then make sure you drag it out. Please don't put your datum inside the drawing or inside the confines of it. So in other words, make sure the datum feature box is outside of the confines. So let's do that again, but this time I want my center line to be a datum. So we're going to use the center line command. If your item isn't fully centered, you would have to select sort of features 1, 2, and then it'll place a center line in for you. But, well, actually, that's a pretty good way to go. This center line is fixed to this view, so I can drag it out, which means if I drag this view, the center line stays centered. Okay, so that line will be our second datum, and I'm going to get that to lie perpendicular to that line and then outside of it, and then this will be our third datum. So I'm going to click on the line and make sure that my datum feature is perpendicular to the line that it's indicating is a datum feature, and then drag it out so it's out of the way. And so now we need some position dimensions. Remember, position first. Well, I haven't said position first, but it is always position first and size second. So it's tempting just to dimension this and say, I've got a dimension. But you have nothing until you have position dimensions. So we're going to go to our dimension command, select this line, because that represents that datum plane, and then just click on that line. So here you have to be a little bit careful, because if you select the wrong arm of this center mark, you will get an angle instead of a horizontal or vertical dimension. Right, so I could actually, if these holes were not evenly spaced, this is the way I would carry on dimensioning. I would go back to that line and go like that, right? And so repeat the process. These, however, are not correct because those features are evenly spaced. So we're going to use something called a pitch. So once you've got the position of the first circle, you go from the first circle's center to the second circle's center. You get a dimension. Then you'll get, if you just hover, it hasn't done it, click on this again, then you'll get this little box which pops out once you hover over it, and then you type in pitch on the right or the left hand side. I can't remember which is correct, so I won't penalize you if you put it on either side, as long as I see the word pitch. What that covers is all of the rest of these, and so we're almost done dimensioning this feature since we have our two. Well, we've got, oh no, we haven't. We need another position dimension. We need to go from that datum to that point there. There we go. And then now we can put in the size dimension. So I could choose either of these. You should actually choose the one that you've given all of the position dimensions to. I mean, you could choose that one, it'd still work. And then again, we're going to say how many there are. So times 6. I think there are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there are. Okay, so that's that feature dimensioned. So the next thing we need is the position of these. I'm not going to show you how to dimension these diameters for now, or these half barrels. And all I want you to focus on is getting the position and size dimension. So the way I dimensioned this in my sketch is that the positions were these starting edges, and then the sizes were the width. So I'm going to go from this line to there to give me one position, and then go back to that one. I'm going to try something here. I think you might be able to select this and hold. No, you can't. Okay, so you've got to keep going back. So those are my 3 position dimensions, and then the size dimension would be these ones here. So this depends very much on what your design intent is and how you wish the two parts to fit together. But from the way I've designed this, this is really the way it should work. So that's size dimension, then position dimension, then size dimension. Okay, and I think we're almost done. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. The only other thing to reiterate is that please don't make your dimensions sit next to each other or on top of each other. Everything should be clear, easy to read. Smaller dimensions should go to the inside and larger dimensions to the outside. So that sort of thing would not be correct. If you do, however, make some sort of mess, or you're in a hurry and you've pulled them out and you haven't had time to arrange them and you want to get on with things, Solidworks very kindly gives you this ability to select all of your commands, right-click, go to a line, and you select this one here, auto-arrange, and it'll put those dimensions in exactly the right spot with the right spacing automatically. So you see all the dimensions on our outside of the actual confines of the drawing view. They all have the same spacing. They're optimally arranged. This one might do with something like that. And that's how you do it. So thanks for watching. We'll do some more later.